Welcome everybody. In this chapter, we're going to learn about data, types of data, characteristics of data, and example of different types of data. We should have proper and clear understanding about the data. Before making any sort of analysis, we have to identify them correctly. Let us discuss about the data in details. In today's world, data is all around us. Data is everywhere. It seems the world is made of data. What is data? Data is simply means information. Your age, your weight, your height, your hobby, the name of your university, your school, your college, your department, your major, minor, number of friends, your favorite foods, favorite drink, favorite music, films, your birthplace, birth date, CGPA, all are the example of data. So data is everywhere, everything is a data. So let us know what types of data. Data are broadly divided into two parts, numerical data or quantitative data. Other one is categorical data or qualitative data. Let us see what are the numerical data and what are the qualitative data. Numerical data takes only the numerical values and measure the actual magnitude of some characteristics of the individual or units. This is also called quantitative data. And numerical data, we can add, subtract, take the average. Whatever the numerical values. What are the example of numerical data? Height of a person, price of a commodity, weight of a student, CGPA, time, temperature, number of students in the class, all are the example of data. So what something can take the numerical value, that is the numerical data or quantitative data. Numerical data again divide two parts. One numerical data is continuous, other numerical data is discrete. So what is discrete numerical data? Discrete numerical data are countable and can take any value, only the whole non-negative number with certain values. So they cannot be fraction. Example, number of students, number of chair, number of children in a family, number of days in a month, number of weeks in a year, number of courses, the runs of a team, wicket number, goals scored, points in a game. This all are the example of discrete numerical data. They can take only full number, integer value. They never ever take the fraction number. Now let us know what is continuous data. Continuous data can be measured and can take any numerical value within a range. That is, it can be whole number or maybe fraction. Suppose your age. Maybe someone is 18 years, someone age maybe 19.5 years, maybe 20 years, 20.5 years. Height of a person, somebody height maybe 5 feet, somebody 5.2. Price of a commodity, something price is 10 taka, something price may be 10.5 taka. Weight of the student, CGPA, time, temperature, sales of a shop, all are the example of numerical continuous data. They can take full number or continuous value. Something you have to note that NID, telephone number, PIN number, TIN number, social security number, it seems these are the discrete number. They cannot take the fraction value, but not like that. This is that categorical data because you cannot do add NID, telephone number, but you can do, but it's meaningless. Nothing will bring a meaningful answer, adding, subtract the NID number, telephone number. So these are the category of qualitative data, although they are discrete data. Now, what is categorical data? Categorical data is just sort of descriptive. They are simple, the names. Categorical data can take distinct limited number of categories. It concerns with the presence or absence of some characteristics in a set of object or individual. Categorical data, also called qualitative data. The category made of the data or based on some attributes. So what are the example of categorical data? Name. You cannot give number to the name. Your department. Maybe the MNS department, maybe the CSC department, Tripoli department. Hobby. Gender. Color. Someone favorite color maybe red color, someone maybe green color. Pass or fail in the exam. Religion. Rich or poor. Social status. This all are the example of categorical data. Categorical data only mean attributes, some characteristics. They cannot take any number, but before you know some number, that is the PIN, TIN number, these are also categorical data. Categorical data ever again divide two parts. One is nominal, other is ordinal. Nominal data is only quality. It cannot take numerical data. This is only the name. And we cannot order the quality. Suppose male, female, the gender. You cannot order this. Marital status, married, unmarried, divorced, eye color, brown, green or blue, department, CSC, Tripoli or MNS, your hobby, reading, programming, gardening. So this data, you cannot do any ordering, which is good, which is bad. You cannot do the ordering, only the names, only the attributes. Order is meaningful. And you can summarize the nominal data by frequency table and cannot compare them. On the other hand, ordinal data have the order or rank or rating, which is meaningful. And you can compare the ordinal data. You can count and order, but you cannot measure the ordinal data. Ordinal are the measure of non-numeric concept like satisfaction, happiness, discomfort. There's a level of satisfaction, level of happiness, level of discomfort. Suppose grade A, B, C, D. So you can understand which grade is better. Size of the shoe, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can understand the shoe size 7 is larger, 5 is smaller, 4 is more smaller. Social status, rich or poor. So you can understand the difference. You can compare them. Social class, level of satisfaction. When say high level of satisfaction, you can give the 5. Low level of satisfaction, you can give 1. Professional level. So in a bank, if you go to a branch, manager is the highest level of position. Then maybe other officer or maybe the office assistant. So professional level, you can do the compare. Level of education, somebody level of education 12 is better than somebody level of education 10. So you can compare the level of education. These all are the example of ordinal data. Ordinal data is the quality data, but you can order them. So this is one example. How do you feel today? You can say very unhappy. You can give 1, unhappy, okay, happy, and very happy. You can give the 5. So this is the level of happiness. Are you satisfied with the service? Very satisfied, very unsatisfied, you give 1. For the very satisfied, you give 4. So level of satisfaction, you can give the ordering. So this is the ordinal categorical data. These all are the example ordinal categorical data. So from the diagram, easily you can understand. Again, I am repeating that the data basically mainly divide 2 parts: numerical data, categorical data. That is numerical data, also called quantitative data, which took the number, and categorical data, also called qualitative data, nothing but the attribute, your name, department. Again, numerical data, 2 parts, discrete and continuous. I gave the example. And categorical data, again divide 2 parts, nominal data and ordinal data. Please practice more example with the data. More and more example practice yourself, then you will come to know about the data. There is another type of data that is time series data. That is you have time sequence and you will have the some information. Suppose it's the year and the GDP of a country. So 2007 GDP is $300 million. In 2008, $320 million. So data with the year or maybe month or maybe the week. These are the example of time series data, data with time. So all data will run with the time. So this type of data is called time series data. So again, we can divide the data by source. How we are going to collect the data in 2. One is called primary data and other is called secondary data. Okay. So primary data, which are collected directly. These are the original data. Normally, primary data are collected by an agency for a specific study. So there are many methods to collect the primary data. You can collect the primary data by survey. Census, you know what is census. Census is the counting of population all over the country in a specific period of time. So when you're doing the counting all the population or some other thing all over the country, that is called census. And survey is a one kind of interview, a small part of people. This is the survey. Interview or focus group discussion, also method of primary data. Observation study, experiments, clinical trials. Social media is a good source of collecting data as a primary data. You can write somebody message or chatting, then you can collect the data directly. It's all are the example of primary data. Now, what is secondary data? That is data which are collected indirectly. We are getting the data from some other source. These are the secondary data. That is, we are reusing the data. It may be published or may be unpublished. So what are the sources of or example of or method of secondary data? Registry. From the university registry office, you can get the information about the data. Website is a good source of secondary data. You can get a lot of information from lot of websites, from the Wikipedia, Yahoo, Google, from the magazine, from the books, from the TV, from the newspaper, from the radio, from the journal. It's all of the method to get secondary data. Now, one important point I want to share with you, there is a word in data science that is called garbage in, garbage out. What is the meaning of this word or sentence? So that is, you should have to collect the data, or you should collect the data properly for analysis. Otherwise, if you don't have the data, collect the data properly, or don't have the good type of data, whatever analysis you are going to do, all will go in vain, all will be meaningless. So before doing any analysis, so you have to be sure the data are collected properly and data is the original format. So for good analysis, you need good data. So without good data, you cannot do the good analysis. That's all for data.